All right, guys, we're moving forward from our line drawing into adding value to our portraits or our subjects at this point based on our photograph. All right, a couple things I want to point out to you as we move forward is number one, look for the difference between edges and pay attention to how soft and hard they are. When I was working on the edge of my nose here, I first thought it was a very hard edge, but looking closer at my photograph, at my reference image, I could see that it was barely faded out into the light area here. All right, so I've tried to capture that as well as I can here, and those kind of small details are going to make your picture that much better. All right, number two, let's try and push the values, and especially the value range. All right, if one area is dark, push it a little bit darker. If one area is light, make it a little bit lighter. Let's try and get that full range. If you adjusted your photograph correctly, then you'll have that already. But if you did not, let's push our darks just a little darker and our lights just a little lighter so that we can have a nice contrast between our different values of gray. All right, we're only working with gray with these graphite pencils, so that contrast is extra important. All right, so look for those really dark shadows, really light highlights. And the last thing I want to recommend is that you work around on your whole drawing at the same time. It can be very easy to get bogged down in one area and trying to get it to a finished place. But if you can stop yourself from doing that, step back, look for another area that you can bring closer to being finished before you finish one area, that's going to help you out a lot. Being able to see what you've done in one area and compare that to another area that you haven't worked on as much is really helpful. All right, I got stuck on this eye for a little while, and I stepped back. I worked over here, I worked on the nostril, I worked down here on the teeth, and now I'm working on kind of the general shading of the head here. So try and do a big picture kind of drawing rather than focusing in getting one part finished and then moving on to the next, because that can make it look kind of like a puzzle at the end, and we want one cohesive drawing that goes all together. All right, but we're going to keep pushing this. I'm going to keep working on mine, and we're going to try and get all of our values put in this week. All right, make sure you bring your drawing wherever it is you're going, wherever it is you're staying. I want to see updates on what you're doing when you come to class. So bring that with you, and let's keep on trucking.